Hey, what's going on, guys? It's T with Custom Grillz Inc., also known as Grillz University. But I want to talk to you today about how to do the wax perfectly. Now, a lot of people are having problems with making the wax. If you think about it, the wax process is the most important process before you start anything with grills. Before you get started with anything being able to cast the grill or finish the grill, you have to start with a wax. Now, you have to have a perfect wax before you cast, because if you cast with a bad wax, you're just going to have a bad casting. And it being rough or it's not fitting, then you want to make sure that you do the correct wax process. Now, I'm going to go over a few things that a lot of people say they have a problem with removing the wax off, or that the wax is not fitting on the mold after they cast it. There's a whole bunch of things that you're having a problem with, so I'm going to try to give you a few tips on trying to make that process a little bit better and expedite the process from having any problems after the casting, and then you got to give it to your customer. And of course, you don't want to have any problems because you don't want to do it again. Who wants to make a grill over again? I don't, you don't. So let's make it perfect the first time so we can have a good finish at the end. So let's go over it and see what we can talk about to try to make this wax process a little bit better. So, tip number one, always carve your teeth out. It's very important because you need to have the grill to fit into the gums of the teeth. So always carve the teeth out. Tip number two, always lubricate the teeth. Now, on the mold, you want to lubricate it because you got to get the wax off the teeth. So always lubricate the teeth before you apply the wax so that the wax can come on and off of the grill so it never gets stuck. Okay? Tip number three, whenever you apply the wax, make sure that you put it deep in between the gum lines and the teeth, because you want to make sure you get a good impression. Now, if you do not have the wax in between the teeth, it won't be as tight as you want it to be. So it's gonna be pretty loose. So you gotta make sure that you can see here that it's pretty deep in between the teeth. So make sure that it's that deep so that it can fit nice and tight. So when they put it on, it's a snap as soon as it goes onto their teeth. Tip number four, after you're done doing the wax, make sure you're smoothing it out. You can take your finger and just kind of go over it to make it nice and smooth. Make sure there's no dents or anything like that. Just kind of smoothing it out, because if you cast it and it has a bunch of bumpy spots or lumps and stuff like that, or anything that kind of look like debris got on it, it's going to cast inside of it, and it's going to give you a little bit of a harder time when you do your casting. So just make sure that you're smoothing it out, making it nice and smooth, so it can be nice and easy for you to finish it once it's not casting. And tip number five, just briefly go over it. Do a quick examination. See how it fits, come on and off. Just look for any imperfections. Everything you want to look for is imperfections. Never look for it to be great. Just look for imperfections. If you see some imperfections, correct it before you cast it. But if you see no imperfections, everything works out, it fits right, then you can go casting. But make sure you do a final check before you put it to get casted, because you will be mad after it's done casting and it doesn't fit, or there's a bunch of nicks and holes that's able to be done. So sometimes make sure you just pre-check it before it's done. And that's all. So I hope those tips worked out for you guys. Just a couple tips just to look out for some things. But the wax process is very important, like I said. That starts everything off. So I wish you guys luck. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe on this video, because if you don't, you've missed a lot of videos. So hit that notification bell at the bottom just so you can stay notified whenever I put up a new video. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Learn any more? If you want to learn even more, then definitely check out my grills training video. I teach you everything from A to Z. So definitely check that out if you're interested in going a little further and making grills. We'll definitely be able to help you with that.